Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Jesse Daugherty, co-founder and co-CEO of Lexs, a commercial real estate securities marketplace. Jesse, it is great to see you guys again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Can you tell us about the idea of Lexs, how it first came to life, and why you wanted to create a platform for trading real estate shares?
100%. So Lex came to be back in about 2018. So my co-founder, Drew, was working real estate private equity at a place called Tungsten Partners in New York City. I was an engineer at Google, working on Google Maps at the time. And Drew's brother, Dean, was also in New York City. And the idea was Drew was structuring these great real estate deals, these private transactions that were super high quality that he would never have access to as an individual investor. Why do we have the oldest and largest asset class and no liquidity for it? Why can't we invest in buildings like stocks? So at first, this was just an idea. We began looking at what had been tried in the past, what worked, what didn't. And were able to figure out a roadmap, regulatorily sound and with product market fit for both the owner and the investor, of how we could take this idea to market, what we'd have to build, and how we'd have to go about approvals. So in 2018, we quit our jobs and started the company. In 2019, we got seed funding. And then in 2021, we launched our first deal. And now we're launching our first public deal. The first one we did as a beta test. This one was open to all investors.
Can you tell us about your first IPO and its significance to the real estate market?
Yeah, so this first deal we did, it's in Harlem, New York City. So it's very cool that an individual building in New York City now has a ticker symbol. It trades 9:30 to 4 p.m. The ticker symbol is TESLU. It's the first time for Lexs that we had an IPO that was available for any investor to sign up on our site, invest, and then as soon as the IPO was complete, start trading the deal. So it's very substantial for us. It means we finally have a deal trading that any investor could have invested in. To the owners in the market, it shows that we can execute on these transactions and we can bring investors to the table. And to the investors, it shows that we've executed a deal. It's now trading. They have the opportunity for liquidity if they need it, like we promised them. And now, basically, the market is live. There's two symbols trading now. A third deal is coming soon. So it means the market is finally basically out there and growing rather than in the infant stage.
How's the IPO advancing your business strategy?
It really, momentum breeds momentum, and liquidity begets liquidity. And for every deal we do, we're able to attract more investors into the platform. We're able to attract more real estate owners into the platform. So every incremental deal makes us stronger, makes our user base and our investor base stronger, and makes Lex a more attractive option for owners looking for avenues for liquidity for their deal. So overall, it's a huge milestone for us, opening a deal, trading for the first time to any investor, and it allows us to continue to grow the marketplace.
Jesse, how can retail investors get involved with trading real estate on Lex?
It's really as simple as go to lexmarkets.com or find Lex in the App Store, sign up, fund your account, and get started. There's no accreditation requirements. It's open only to U.S. investors right now, but you can go to Lex on the website or the App Store, just answer a few questions, link your bank account, and then you can invest.
How has Nasdaq's technology played a role in your IPO?
Yeah, so Nasdaq, we have a great partnership with you guys. Nasdaq's technology powers the core of our trading system and powers our market surveillance. So it allows us to operate a regulatorily sound and monitored secondary marketplace to transact these securities. So when you're on the Lex website or the app and you're looking at information on the properties, or you're looking at investing in IPOs, that's all Lex technology. But the second you route an order and you're trying to transact on the secondary marketplace, that's routing from Lex to Nasdaq technology. And that lets us basically execute transactions and trading confidently, knowing that we're leveraging Nasdaq's proven technology for our trades. So everything from the matching algorithm, the storage of orders, the connectivity to other market participants, all of this is Nasdaq technology and trade surveillance as well. So we basically built a real estate investment platform around Nasdaq trading technology.
Yeah, interesting to see how the technology can be deployed to more than what you would just consider your traditional asset classes like equities.
Yep.
To wrap up here, Jesse, looking ahead, where do you see Lex in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, our goal is to make it more common for buildings to go public and for any investor to get access to those buildings. So in a handful of years, we want it to be more and more common for buildings to go public as part of their life cycle. You take on earlier stage capital, you succeed in redeveloping or, leasing up an asset, and then you go public and sell some equity to the public that, the new equity holders are participating in the long-term upside of the deal. We want that to be more common over the next few years. And we want in 10 years for it to be weird for buildings to not go public. Just like right now, you think of a company, you expected IPOs at some point, right? You don't expect out of buildings. We want that to become the norm.
All right. We appreciate the insight, Jesse. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks for having me.